echo what has been said before with respect to awareness. I actually think awareness of the problem set is high. We no longer have a situation where either the public or certainly the IT community doesn't understand that there's an issue here. They do. What they don't necessarily have is an emotional connection between the risks and what their responsibility is for those risks. And so when people have unprotected nodes, do they feel embarrassed about that? Do they recognize that they're imposing a risk on others, whether it's because that node becomes part of a botnet and then is used as an attack vector, or has data that may get released or exfiltrated to a place that we would not like it to be. So as a practical matter, we've got to get people to understand that protecting every node is important, and that needs to be understood at an emotional level that we haven't had in the past. I also think it's critically important that we realize, my deputy likes to say, the soft stuff is the hard stuff. And what we mean by that is that the technology, a lot of the solutions are understood, and we continue to see statistics that suggest that if all of the security that we know should be in place was in place, a lot of attacks would be prevented. But what we've got to do is get through all of the relationship issues with all the various people who have to be involved to make the decision to deploy the technology and to get it actually working the way it's supposed to work. Those relationships and working through the process of getting the solutions in place, the legal questions around them, the policy questions around them, focusing on the privacy issues and the civil liberty issues, all of those things have to be part of the process, and that stuff takes a long time. So even if you know what the technology is and you've got a good idea of how to protect the infrastructure, you've still got to go through all those steps, and we've got to find ways to do that expeditiously and really to move the whole community forward.